Alright, so I wasn't going to make a video on this for a couple of reasons. The first reason being is that I thought this was just a little TikTok trend that was going to come and go in a couple days like everything else, but now it's been a couple weeks and it still seems to be maintaining some sort of relevancy, so we're going to talk about it today. And the second reason being is that when you start talking about gender and sexual identity and stuff like that, it does get a little bit political from time to time, and I really don't think it should. But anyways, we're taking that risk today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this one, because we're talking about the super straight movement today. So the first thing you might be asking yourself is, what exactly is the definition of super straight? If you don't know, I'll just read it out here, the first one on Urban Dictionary. It says sexuality is someone who is attracted to an opposite gender who is born the same gender as they refer to. So I think what they're saying here is that the definition of super straight, for example, me, I am a man, I was born a man, that makes me cis. I am attracted to cis females, meaning females that were born the same gender. That means you were born a female, you still identify as a female, and that's pretty much, that's the definition of super straight. So TikTok's really where this movement started gaining a lot of traction.
Yo guys, I made a new sexuality now, actually. It's called super straight, okay? Since straight people or straight men as myself, I get called transphobic because I wouldn't date a trans woman. You know, they're like, would you date a trans woman? I'm like, no, why? That's a female. No, like, that's not a real woman to me. Like, I want a real woman. No, you're just transphobic. So now, I'm super straight. I only date the opposite gender, women, that are born women. So you can't say I'm transphobic now because that's just my sexuality, you know?
And this is where I also seen about it for the first time, and I'm not even on TikTok that much, so if I've seen it, then it's probably pretty popular, and you've probably seen it yourself as well. You also notice that there's like accounts commenting on other TikToks with the flag, the super straight flag, and I will put that up on screen really quick right now. And I think the funniest part about all of this is the fact that that flag has the same colors as a particular adult video site that I'm not going to mention because I don't want to get this video potentially demonetized in the future. I'm trying to keep my account in good stand. And another person also noticed to me that it's also the same colors as the Grindr, which is like the gay version of Tinder from my understanding. So I thought that was also pretty funny. But the problem I have here, if you look up super straight definition, these people are saying it's a transphobic campaign. And so it's a trolling trend. In my opinion, whether this was started as a troll or not, I'll discuss a little bit later in the video. But the movement in and of itself, I really don't see an issue with. Personally, by definition, I am super straight. I don't feel the need to like post about it all the time. I'm not making any TikToks. I'm not making any posts on Facebook, Twitter, nothing like that. I don't really care. It's a sexual orientation. You can't say it's transphobic because it's not transphobic, okay? Because I am not interested in dating or having sex with trans people does not make me transphobic, because I have nothing for respect for them as people just because I don't want to have any sort of sexual relationships with them. That's just a sexual orientation. That's all it is. It's a preference, and I really don't think you should have a problem with that because you also have a preference in who you are interested in hooking up with. And really, it doesn't matter. Like, it's nobody's business but yours, right? And it's not transphobic. Now, if you were saying you're super straight and that you think all trans people are fucking terrible and they should rot in a hole and shit, okay, yes, you're being transphobic. You're a piece of shit human, and I really don't give a shit what you have to say at that point because you are a piece of shit human. But just for having a sexual preference, I don't think that makes you transphobic. And if you do think it makes you transphobic, you should probably give your head a shake and look in the mirror, because really it doesn't. And I should also add as well that if you're forcing people to have sex with you and date you because you're transphobic and you try telling them that it's transphobic for you not to do it, that is manipulative, it's toxic, and in worst case scenario, it's probably rape. And yeah, that's kind of the reason I didn't want to make this video today, is I knew it would end up being sort of a bit of a spicy hot take, and I really don't think it is a hot take, because whether this is a joke or not really doesn't matter at the end of the day. So really at the end of the day, whether this is a joke or not, it really doesn't matter, because I think the point of this really was to bring across the message that you can't call somebody transphobic just because they don't want to date or have sex with trans people. Being transphobic is discriminating them on another level of treating them as somebody below them or somebody that is a subpar human, and that is absolutely a piece of shit douchebag move. I hope nobody in watching this video is like that. That is a piece of shit human, okay? Not wanting to be in relationships with them, no, that's not That's not at all. All right, so after watching a few TikToks and people talking and posting about this online, I was like, okay, there is no way this can be completely serious. So I'm going to dig a little bit deeper and figure out the roots behind this, because the fact that the logo or the flag is the same colors of a particular adult video that I once again will not mention because I hope to be able to monetize this video someday. But nonetheless, I thought it was a joke. So I started looking up, and I literally just looked up super straight, and I found out that 4chan actually had a part of this. And if you don't know what 4chan is, pretty much it's a message board. It's been around for literally like 15 years probably. And the whole point behind it is that you're completely anonymous, and that means you get some really shaky shit, some really based content, if you know what I mean. It started on TikTok, okay? And that is the TikTok I played earlier. That is, from what I understand, that is the start of it. However, 4chan has been played a large part in it and really helping reach a broader audience, if you know what I mean. Because super straight, like TikTok is mostly younger people. Like I'm 20 and I'm sort of on the older side of TikTok. I think most people that are on there are younger than me. 4chan really, I feel like, helped reach the broader masses, if you know what I mean. But I really think that does just about do it today. Hopefully I don't get myself into any sort of hot water or anything. I don't feel like this is too hot of a take, really. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't treat trans people like humans and you don't treat them with any sort of respect, then you are a piece of shit human. If you don't want to date them, however, you're not transphobic. That's called having a sexual preference. Just like you do. Just like trans people do. And if you force that upon people, that's manipulation. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this one. A little bit of a different video from what I'm used to doing, but I really felt like talking about this today, especially since this really does seem to be maintaining some sort of relevancy in the last few weeks. But anyways, if you enjoyed this one, make sure to leave a like and comment, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications.